All right, so how our business winning mindset led me to a deeper relationship with the Lord, getting deeper in my faith. So first question we always ask teams and individuals is, what percentage of sports are mental and what percentage are physical? And they usually say it's 90% mental. And then we ask them, well, how much time are you training physically versus mentally? And they say 90% physical training. And we say, do you see that contradiction? That's a paradox. You're saying it's 90% mental, yet you're training 90% physical. Now, don't run away from that hypocrisy. Sit with it. Sit with that feeling of discomfort. Don't just go on Netflix or play video games or go on YouTube or watch TV. Sit with that hypocrisy. You're a hypocrite right now. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Right? So that's one of the questions we'd ask. The first question we'd ask when it comes to winning mindset. So I caught myself in a similar contradiction 4 years ago. I asked myself, how important is faith, my faith to me on a scale of 1 to 10? I know the right answer. The answer is a 10. But how am I living my faith on a scale of 1 to 10? And it hit me at that time probably like a 2 or a 3. It was just basically like a slap in the face. This is right after my brother said he was going to start to apply to seminaries. He wanted to study to become a priest. And I said, wow, my brother's going to give his life to the Lord. What am I doing about it? So that hypocrisy hit me right in the face. I know my faith is a 10 out of 10 for importance, but I'm living it like a 2. What are you going to do about it? Don't run from the hypocrisy. Don't just distract yourself and go on social media or Netflix or YouTube or video games or anything like that. Sit with it. You're saying your faith is a 10 and you're living it at a level of a 2. What are you going to do about it? Something's got to give right there. Either your faith isn't that important to you, or you're going to start making some changes. One of those actions, something's got to give. Okay, so that's when I realized, okay, we got to go all in. It can't be halfway. It cannot be halfway. So go all in. Think about that hypocrisy. Ask yourself that question. How important is your faith to you on a scale of 1 to 10? And then how well are you living that on a scale of 1 to 10? The saint of the day is St. Maximilian Kolbe. Today's his feast day. And he's a saint who went all in with the faith and living it. So loving the Lord and also loving his neighbors as himself. And the great story for him was he was a Franciscan friar, lived in Poland, and he was in the Holocaust, and he was in the concentration camp, and there was a whole group of people that were going to be executed, and one of the people there was they were crying. They were saying, don't take me and everything. And he actually volunteered out of nowhere. His group wasn't under direct, going right to the gas chambers, but he said that he would take the place of the Jewish person who was supposed to be executed, and gave his life for a complete stranger. And that is the gospel message, right? Man has, greater love is no man than this, than to lay down one's life for their friend. And that's what he did. He laid down his life for his friend, really a perfect stranger. So that's complete stranger, and gave his life for that person. And that person wound up living, I think, into their 80s or 90s. So he actually lived the faith. Deep devotion to the Lord, deep prayer life, tremendous work in apostolate, getting the word out, evangelizing, and then also living it. Taking it all the way to his death, dying for a complete stranger, volunteering to take his place. So we ask for the intercession of St. Maximilian Kolbe, and we want to start living it. We don't want to just talk about it. We want to be about it. I don't want spiritual strength to be a thought-provoking exercise. I want spiritual strength to be action-provoking. Always taking steps forward. Feverish action. Feverish action. That's the life of a saint. The life of a saint is feverish action and apostolate and building up the church, building up the body of Christ. So that's what we want to do. God bless you. God bless your families. Take action today. Go all in.